Whoa. So let me just get this straight, y'all. Every queen is in here except for the Queen of Wands. Okay? There is somebody definitely in your life, and if you guys have nobody in your life at this time, this could be you, or this could be somebody coming in. All right. Now for your underlying energy, oh my gosh, is this Gemini's reading? Because Gemini got this as well. Gemini got the Eight of Pentacles as their underlying energy, and their blockage was the Six of Wands as well. That's very interesting. So for a lot of you guys, you could be dating a Gemini right now, huh? Interesting. Go ahead and check out their reading, guys, if you do not mind watching what's going on with them. The reason being for the Eight of Pentacles, the hard work that's being put in. That's what the focus is, right? You're putting some hard work into your relationship, possibly from a distance here, because you do have the Three of Wands, but you're also taking action while you are waiting on some manifestation to return, like a response or some sort of recognize or something that shows that your hard work has definitely paid off. The result of your labor, pretty much. So there has been a bit of waiting, I feel like, for a lot of you guys, and I do get the sense here that there is this hardcore focusing on the practical, hardcore focusing on making sure that the relationship is going in the direction that you are trying to get it to, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles, he's focusing on the things that he's doing to get to a place of stability, to really begin to manifest and see the abundance that he's trying to gain. Not just the stability, but mostly to gain abundance. But he's not thinking about gaining the abundance. He's not thinking about, being stable. He's just looking at the things that he's being presented and working on them. So that's the whole thing, right? Focusing on the details and really working on those small issues. Now, the current state of being is the Queen of Swords. So for a lot of you guys could be the Queen of Swords yourselves, right? But I would particularly like to see you guys as the King. Just because kings do represent fixed signs. Now, with the Queen of Swords coming up, I do feel like especially in your current state of being, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be seeing a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but Libra first and foremost, because Libras are queens. Now, with the Queen of Swords coming up, for a lot of you guys, you guys may be very clear on what your truth is. You may be communicating your truth. For a lot of you guys, you guys could also be moving forward with ideas, and you guys are really being logical at this time. You guys could also be feeling very detached in your emotions right now, because this is a relationship reading, and the only cups I see is the one that's in the outcome. So, for a lot of you guys could be really focusing on logical solutions or logical thinking, or you guys could be really, thinking logically about things right now. And, it can kind of detach, right? I feel like there is a detaching kind of mechanism here. And it's not necessarily on purpose. You're just looking at solutions. You're focusing on the practical right now. Things that are being worked on. But you are also kind of feeling like here in your goal, I feel like you want to have an idea of what you're going to do with this commitment, right? Because I feel like you've been working very hard and working very continuously, but the rewards haven't sank in. I don't think that they have come yet. I do feel like you want to renew the release, or you want to make a decision about what it is that you want. I feel like at the same time, you want to see the seeds, start to bloom. You want to see the flowers of the tree that you are planting here start blooming. You want to see the abundance of the relationship to start to blossom and to show it that it's going somewhere. Because I feel like you guys have been putting in a lot of work, and this doubt that you have here in your goal is like, I've been doing a lot, but I don't know if this is something I really want to continue, especially if I'm not getting what I'm seeing out of it. And the reason why you have the Seven of Pentacles in your goal is because of the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands can indicate that you're not seeing the rewards from the effort that you've been putting in. That could be it too, right? You may not see the victory in your situation right now. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like something has come back around. There was a change of luck here. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune does indicate that, there was a lot of change, a lot of shifting. And most importantly, I feel like your luck has definitely changed. And I feel like perhaps that's why everything feels like there isn't a lot of progress in what you're trying to manifest. Now, with your advice, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and it's saying to really focus on what it is that you're trying to build, right? Focus on the hard work, I feel like it's saying in order to be able to manifest what you're trying to gain, you have to recommit yourself. And recommitting yourself is a hard one, especially if you haven't been seeing the rewards already, right? With the seven of Pentacles right here. But if you recommit yourself and focus on the work at hand, you will be able to, manifest a lot sooner. This is Pentacles energy. So it's not, unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit longer than usual, longer than we like, to be absolutely fair. But it is still happening. We are still manifesting everything we do, how our energies are every day, all day, what we do, everything that we do, everything that we feel, everything that we think, everything that we, that we get our hands on, that is manifestation, right, in itself. The whole thing, the whole job. That's why there's no piece in this puzzle here that can be missing, right? You have water, you have wands, you have pentacles, you have swords. Everything comes in together. So I feel like if you focus on the work at hand, or focus on what you're trying to do, what you're building, etc., and having, focusing on on solutions and making it better and improving them and really working on, your craft, you will be able to manifest what it is that you're working on, but it's going to require you to commit fully. And it's a hard one, especially if you're already committed and you haven't seen the results. I know, but recommitting yourself, especially if if you see the potential of being able to manifest what it is that you're working for, you will be able to, gain that manifestation. You will be able to do it, but you have to recommit yourself. Now, for the feelings, you have the Chariot. Yeah, you have been putting a lot of effort in here, okay? It's definitely saying that you're in control. You feel in control. You feel like you've been definitely taking care of things, keeping the balance of yourself and your life as well. But you're really, most importantly, putting focus and energy and efforts into the things that you're doing. So that's a great energy. You also feel very victorious in yourself because of the effort that you put in. You put in a lot of work to even consider whether or not you really want to continue to, be in a relationship that's not really showing the rewards. That shows you right there how much you've put into the relationship already, right? That's not a bad sign. But with your hopes and fears are the sun. You want to see all sides. You really want to get some clarity in the situation. Now, you may feel clarity right now, or you may be dealing with somebody and you may have clarity about them. But usually it's the Queen of Swords, right? She has clarity for herself. She knows the truth. That's her clarity and things like that. She could be even communicating, or you could be communicating right now. But ultimately, you want some sort of clarity here. But you also want you want the clarity to see the path towards potential happiness. That's what the sun does. It shows you everything and even the way towards your happiness. It's the sign of potential happiness because you can see all around you. You can see all these things. And I feel like you want that clarity there to be able to get to that place. To really make the decision whether the happiness is where you're headed right now or not. But unfortunately, the tarot and no reader or psychic should tell you how to live your life. That's up to you. But your outcome, you have the Queen of Cups. Now, this could be you guys again, but I really feel like this is the individual that you're with right now who's emotionally supportive, who's emotionally available, who's emotionally open. And I feel like they may be offering you a cup of love. Now, typically the Queen of Cups doesn't go out of her way to give a cup, but you could be giving the Queen of Cups some love as well. But I really feel like this is about emotional openness. It's about knowing what it is that you want, most importantly. And it's also about feeling supported, feeling like you're feeling in love with yourself, feeling in love with your dream, feeling in love with your relationship, feeling in love with your situation, but also knowing how you feel in all times and all moments, and understanding that your vulnerability isn't a weakness. So I really feel like here in the future, it's just showing me that, yeah, you feel more invested in the relationship, you are more in love possibly, because you have committed, you are in love, you're committed, you know what you want, you're going to go for it. There's no breaking it, because guys, I know you Leos, okay? When you guys are going to commit to something, when you commit to something, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do the best you can. And when you do it, you have a lot of energy and you have a lot of emotion with you that's going to be pushing you pushing you. And that's the best thing ever, right? To have that energy, that passion, that drive, that emotion, which is, what is passion? It's driven by emotion. Passion is driven by emotion. So that emotion is turning to passion, and you use that as a way to, push your manifestation. And that's a wonderful thing. So if you feel this, right, if you get to this point because you commit, then this energy can happen. But it's a full cycle, right? It goes full circle. You have to commit to love to manifest. You have to do the work to commit, love to manifest. And I'm not saying you're not doing the work. You've been doing it for a while. It says so here with the 8 of Pentacles. You've been doing a lot of work. 7 of Pentacles. You've been doing a lot of work. You just haven't been seeing the rewards. And that's frustrating on itself, right? Keep on doing the work. And I feel like you guys will be able to see it. But it's going to require a lot more patience. Because Pentacles is a very slow energy. And we're in Gemini season. If you're trying to manifest something huge, you may not see it until sometime in Virgo season. Again, when during the harvest seasons. But it's nothing that big. You still need to it still needs to have a little bit more patience, a lot more nurturing, a lot more tending to. But it can happen. You just have to have the vibe of your energies in the right aspect and the right commitment to the relationship, to the relationship or to whatever you're working on within this relationship. Okay, and let me go ahead and pull your wisdom of the oracle for you guys this week. All right, you guys have rejuvenation. I like that. So this is really talking about starting over. This is pretty much like judgment, where it's transformation, right? This is the rebirth, Phoenix rising from the ashes, right? You've come so far, you've worked so much, you have a different perspective now, but this is an opportunity to start anew. This is an opportunity to take on a situation with the perspective that you have, the new you that you are. Okay, and it's a beautiful energy, really it is. But this is a second chance, a second time around, and a second time around in the sense that where you are able to make a decision and take action toward it. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune definitely highlights that as well. This second time around. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys a Whispers of Love as well to tie in the rest of the reading for the week. See what you guys get here. All right, and you guys have, wow, act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if you are with, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Now that could be, that's very interesting. You guys could be working very hard to, stabilize yourself because you have someone at a very distance, right? They may not be with you at this time, but you are considering them, you are thinking about them, and you are making the effort necessary to be with them. So if the motivation is that they are not with you, consider, they are with you at all times. They're in your heart. They're always with you, no matter where you go, no matter where no matter where you are, how you feel, they are there. And it's okay to, to always consider them and always use them as a way of if necessary, motivation. But ultimately, that's your love, right? It's totally acceptable to want them at any moment, at any time. Okay, guys? All right, Leo. Good luck this week. Crazy reading, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's just like, hey, you're not seeing the rewards. It's gonna be all right. You just gotta work a little harder, recommit yourself, and really find it in yourself to continue to push through. Because you're breaking barriers. You have the seeds here. You're making plans and making the effort strong, and you're doing a very good job. Victory here. It's just gonna require you guys to keep moving.